is the king? That's pretty harsh. It's like, this is just a random side quest of a dead dwarf and then his grieving widow writing a letter of complaint about war to the king. This is like a random-ass quest in the middle of nowhere that turns out to have some really emotive writing behind it. I'm going to be doing all the quests and reading them from now on. Maybe there's a plot. Right. Where is... How do you get to that bit? Oh, it's from the Great Forge in the center, isn't it? Around and then left. Gotcha. It's in the middle. Hang on, went the wrong way. Wasn't paying attention. It's easy to gloss over all the quests, but some of them, diamonds in the rough, I'll tell you right now. Not all of them. Some suck. But some of them. Very emotive. Magni Bronzebeard, I bring you a letter from a grieving soldier's widow.
How can the dwarves help you? What brings you?
It will take but a moment for me to peruse this letter.
What do you seek for them?
I do not expect good dwarves like Mrs. Baloo to understand why the travesties of war must be endured for the greater good of our people. The loss of her husband and the loss of every dwarf that fights in the name of the Alliance weighs heavy on my soul. And while I cannot bring her husband back from the twisting nether, I can pay tribute to him. I'm going to commission a memorial to Sully Baloo to be built by Grand Mason Marbleston. Send word to him now, warrior. You shall be custodian of my bidding.
King Magni Bronzebeard wants you to speak with Grand Mason Marbleston. I shall. We've been completely distracted from what we're doing, but my god, we are continuing to do it. What about all the other dead dwarves? Yeah, but they didn't drown, did they? Alright, you've got to drown in a very specific place and also have a very specific widow in order to get yourself a thing. Here lies a guy. Here lies a dwarf who got wet. Right, let's go this way. Marbleston. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Help the children of Stormwind, victims of war and plague. Listen, we've got problems over here, mate, alright? Ironforge Visitors Center. Where? Would it be in there? Would it be... Ah, here it is. You! Marbleston. So King Magni Bronzebeard himself sent you. This must be important. So, our good king would like a memorial built in honor of a soldier named Sully Baloo. And you say the poor chap died during the Thandal Span tragedy. Will there ever be peace on Azeroth? Probably not, mate. It's not called World of Peacecraft. Nonetheless, any commission from the king is of utmost importance. To build a truly epic and lasting peace, I'd want to work on one of the finest stones available. Travel to Darrow Hill in Hillsbrad and gather some Alterec granite. I need 5 pieces.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Right, let me do that. Travel to Alterec Hill in Hillsbrad. And build a special statue. I am now fully invested. There is nothing special about there's nothing special about the granite. He just wants you to do it. I am the perfect level for this quest too. This is why you don't miss jumps when you're trying to do quests. You end up taking huge big, detours to do other stuff. He just wants me out the way while he goes to comfort the widow. And you know what? Game recognized game. Right, where are we going? Probably going to... You need me to go to Hillsbrad, do you? That would be this way. Right, Hillsbrad is the Taran Mill one. This way. Okay, so that's Darla Harris.
What can I do?
South Shore Hillsbrad. It's not the Chill Camp Western Plaguelands. It's this way. I think it's this way. Let's go and get some granite, shall we? Hot take. Am I dead? No, I'm looking down at my phone. I'm multitasking. I'm phoning and flying at the same time. All right? Sorry, that just happens sometimes. The Warcraft movie was okay. I've watched some of it. Hey Josh, big fan. My mum is missing. Have you seen her? This is not a kidnapped mum's support group. And if it was, we would need a few more chairs because it's getting quite busy. You're going to take my flying license away? Are you? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to take the license straight away? There is nothing wrong with the dad phone case. The dad phone case is fine. How dare you be on your phone while working? I'm sorry. Sorry, this is just how I am. The latest comment on the short that I put out recently is, has Josh gained weight? No, it was just a really badly lit and badly framed short. But also, those are really shitty comments to put online constantly. People don't stay super buff all year round. I'm actually doing pretty well, to be honest. Gained some muscle, dropped some fat, doing okay. Enjoyed a fish and chips yesterday, that was nice. I'm just cultivating mass. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, but no, I'm doing pretty well. It gets a little bit draining when every other comment is just like, hey, have you got fat? Ends up being super annoying. Am I a COD or a haddock man? I'll take either, to be honest. I'll take COD. COD's good. They get you every time, though. Isn't it the attention they want? No, Tiger, these people don't think beyond making a comment originally, and then I comment back on it, which, of course, drives the engagement, which gets me paid more. But even though they do just want some attention from it, you have to understand that it's kind of mentally damaging to have to read that all day. Ooh, level 28 enemies down there, which means this is the right area for me, the Arathi Highlands. Let's go and get the special granite. Oh, there are so many quests around here. This is perfect. Now, I'm not going to accept all these quests yet. I'm going to go and get the granite first. I mean, yeah, of course, it does come with the internet. It comes with the job. If you're on the internet, you are going to be objectified by thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. That's just a thing that's going to happen. Go eat a raw steak. Done.
Greetings.
Ah, this dude. What did he want again? I completely forgot what you wanted. But I'm glad that I've got a quest from you, Lawmaster. I'm going to go and gather some granite for this. I have completely been derailed. I am just focusing on this one quest. I am gathering granite for this guy's monument. Personal comments are different from old message boards. Yeah, It's not the same to have an inbox full of mean comments or to read 14-year-old trolls' opinions. I mean, potentially, but you still have to read the opinions in the comments, and you still do take these things personally. I can understand why, as creators get larger, they, and by that I mean audience size, not fat, they stop reading comments. Because as a creator, you want to be in touch with your fan base. You want to be in touch with your viewers. You want to feel there is a connection there. However, as the amount of people that you engage with increases, the chances of that group of people, including just shit people, also increases. Which means, unfortunately, you then have to make a decision. Do you keep yourself open and available, and do you keep that line of connection and communication free for everyone? Or do you, in the process, kind of shut that communication line down because you kind of know that if you keep it open, it's going to become more mentally taxing? That's the question. There is no right or wrong answer to it. It's just what you can personally handle and deal with. But I completely get why, as creators appeal to more people and more people try to contact them, they have to reduce the amount of energy and content that they have, which sucks. How bad are the comments on a scale of 1 to 10 that you read daily? Yeah, let me find out. Let me find out. Let's go to comments. And let's have a look. Give me a sec. There we go. Sort by... There we go. Let's find out. I mean, reading the YouTube comments is definitely interesting. MMORPG players are the battered housewives of gaming. Keep being a bitch online. Crowdfunded MMOs are just Somali daycares. Your videos are shit. Don't worry, guys. Someone else will start making better videos soon. What went wrong? You stopped putting out content. Just that. But, like, a lot. That was just like the top 5 out of the 1,000 that have been hidden from public view, but I still read them. That's the kind of stuff that's been happening 50 or 60 times daily for the last year. And it ends up being really, really taxing. So, I mean, if we open the latest shorts video that I put up, that's that one there. Contractual obligation failed. Blink twice if you need help. I remember a while ago you said you would only do this if you need money. I guess now is the time. Is my boy alright? Who is this corporate shill and what have you done with the real Josh? Josh has gained a bit of weight. This is why he suddenly likes WoW. Sell out. How dare you? Are you getting fat? Let's continue to read more of them on the other video. There's just more. It's just a lot of negativity consistently. And I absolutely understand why. Do the nice comments counteract it? No. And the reason for this is not that I don't appreciate the nice comments, it's that if you go to a restaurant and order 100 plates of food and one of them is full of shit, you are going to remember the one that is full of shit. It's nice to get nice comments, don't get me wrong, but if 100 people walk up to you and go, hey, and then walk across, and one person walks up and goes, hey, and then slaps you in the face, you're going to remember the one that slapped you in the face, even though most people go, yeah, but 99 people didn't slap you in the face. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to remember that, am I? I'm going to remember the shitty experience that we had. The way that I describe it is that negative comments do a tiny amount of psychic chip damage, and the positive ones do not heal. The garbage comments stick with you longer. And part of the job is sifting through the garbage comments. Now, most people say to me, oh, just don't read them. I don't know they're negative until I've read them. And other people say, oh, just don't care about them. I want to be able to care about the people that watch the videos. And I want to be able to feel that I'm at least open and accessible to the people that enjoy the work that I make. The danger and the challenge with that is... There we go. It would be much easier for me to just step away from engaging with the community. But I think if I did that, I would lose something that I feel is valuable to the community and to me. Right, there's tiny bits of granite, apparently in this cave, that we need to find. Just so you know, Twitch has aligned your channel with Doritos. Yeah, that's fine. That seems fine. I'll go with that. Doritos are cool. We all like Doritos. Let's grab this granite over here. Can you sort the negative toxic comments via AI? Yeah, YouTube already does that. YouTube does that already. Like, if someone could pre-read your comments and remove the super negative ones, I mean, that would be paying someone a lot of money to be able to do that all day. And it wouldn't necessarily be the best use of time. So instead, I'm just going to keep Twitch streaming, and I don't want to be surrounded by sycophants. Like, I don't want it to be a case of you must always praise, you must always be super nice. I think it would just be nice if, instead of praise and negative, there were just sometimes comments. But it's why, whenever I see creators being dogpiled on, even if people say, oh yeah, that person absolutely deserves it, I'm like, yeah, but this is not going to fix anything. This is not going to make that person better. This is just doing damage for the sake of doing damage now. Let me just try and sit down and restore the old health now. There's the food I had. Cool. Yeah, everything is either the best or the worst. That's the thing on it. And it's one of those things where it is quite extreme. So I do try to not let the negativity in. But part of the job is being exposed to it. And I mean, exposure to anything. Your diet is not just what you eat. Your diet is also what you mentally consume. So sometimes it's important to try and surround yourself with positivity and not let the negativity in. That's the important thing. Let's try and pull this cave yeti to me without... Because Typhine and Undead Warrior, I can't team up with them because they're a completely different... They're in the Horde, and I'm not, so we can't party up. I think people on the internet sometimes forget, because sometimes what happens is someone will leave a really shitty, personal, aggressive comment on a YouTube video, and I'll even respond to it being like, hey man, I don't know you, you don't know me, clearly whatever's going on in your life is quite serious, I hope things get better. And people often respond to them, even DMing me on, you know, Discord or Twitch or Twitter or whatever they want to do, and people do say, hey, I didn't realize you would read that. I'm really sorry. I'm just having a bad day. I just wanted to vent. I just wanted to kind of lash out. People use YouTube comments as a way of venting. They use YouTube comments as a way of letting out the negative energy and, you know, expressing it all and getting it all out there. I totally get that. But then I have to, you know, try and keep up with the community, which means reading them. And sometimes when you call people out for the negativity, they immediately kind of backtrack and go, really sorry, man, didn't realize that at all. You call people out and say, hey, just so you know, the creators that you comment on can read all this stuff. They get a bit shocked that there is a connection there. People are impressively unaware that they are not necessarily screaming into the void. Because if you're trying to cultivate a community, there is someone on the other side of the void. And the scream is often heard. And hundreds and thousands of people screaming at the same time, it's a bit overwhelming. It's one of the reasons that I have had so many people reach out to me, and this is beautiful that people do this. So many people reach out saying, hey dude, saw you're in this location at this time. If you want to grab a drink, that'd be a lovely thing to do. Or, hey man, if you ever want to just chat or just vent or, just talk, here, you just hit me up. People that I don't know, people that I've never met, people that that they watch my content, they watch Twitch streams, people reach out and say lovely stuff. And that's really kind, and I really appreciate that people do that. But I also need people to understand that I cannot just see a random DM on Twitter offering to talk and immediately think, this is the person I'm going to be safe with. This is the person I'm going to vent to. This is the person I'm going to complain about shit to. This is the person who's going to fully understand. Because most people don't want to do that. They just want to have a YouTuber friend. I need 2 more bits of mithril. And how am I to know that the one person that has offered to have a chat with me is going to be the one person that is safe to chat to? Because it could be an absolutely normal, totally decent guy. Is it harder to make friends now you have reached the level of fame? It's harder to get people over a threshold where they don't see me as a persona. There are many people that approach and have no idea who I am, which is great. But there are many people who have a preconceived notion of me, and people are going to hear this and think, oh my god, YouTuber complaining that people want to be his friend. They don't want to be a friend, they want to be a connection. Big difference. You need to take the risk that the person you're trying to connect with is not just going to treat you as a number, as a name, as a famous person to know. So it's much easier to meet more people and connect with more people, but it's much harder to actually connect with people, if that makes sense. Because the connection comes with a level of risk that necessarily wasn't there before. You end up being a commodity instead of a person. It's one of those... It's a strange experience where I get people that walk up to me and people are nervous to chat to me and people have got a pre-existing kind of relationship with me because they've spent hours with me and I don't know them. And that immediately kind of colors that interaction, if you will. It's one of the reasons that creators end up chatting to other creators, because there's almost like that unspoken understanding of how weird it can be. Was there a moment when I realized that's what was happening? Yeah, whenever people full name you in conversation and constantly name drop you, like I've overheard, people have sent me screenshots of conversations that they've had with other people. And the other people have been like, you can't talk to me like that. I know Josh Strife Hayes. All right? Josh Strife Hayes is on my friends list. Josh Strife Hayes has replied to me. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You don't need to keep constantly full naming someone to name drop the fact that you have that connection. That's weird. That's parasocial. Parasocial is remarkably popular. That's massive ooh energy. I don't think you guys understand how weird and how normal it is for some of these people to do that. I'm liking these Yeti's experience, by the way. I don't mind people sending me messages, but I can't respond because I don't know how normal that person is. Most of you are probably completely normal. One of you out here, statistically, one of you is a definite weirdo. That's cringe. You just post here and chat and Josh reads it, that's enough. And if we ever meet in real life, you can say hi. There we go. But it's a level of social understanding. You were watching earlier on the tube. God damn, you got signal, well done. Caught you reading some of the quest text. I'm hugely caught off guard. Thank you. Return to me when your mission is complete, and I'll give you my trousers. that was the reward. He said the quest reward was straight up this guy's pants. I'm not even making that up. Hang on, just let me grab this solid chest. You can be... I mean, yeah, the word normal is probably a bit offensive in that context, because it implies abnormal is wrong when it isn't. That's a cool bow. But I think the best way to describe it is there is a level of social intelligence that is, unfortunately, quite rare. And I think it's somewhat exacerbated by the nature of online connection being so one-sided. If people are socially aware and socially intelligent, great. And that doesn't mean that you need to be the most amazing extrovert ever. Sometimes it can just mean that you understand that connecting with someone because you are a fan of their work is totally fine. Like, if I meet someone and I watch them on Twitch, or I watch their YouTube videos, or I'm familiar with their music, or their films, or TV shows, or whatever it is, I can just say, you know, I'm familiar with your work. And then I'll want to just hang out with them as a normal person. But of course, as you become exposed creatively to more people, the chance of one of those people just being a bit of a weird person increases. And the thing is, there will be those weird people who hear me say that, and the lesson they will take from that is, person whom is successful complains about life. I'm not complaining about the job that I've got or the life that I live. I'm incredibly privileged and very lucky and remarkably happy to have it. But that does not mean that there are not weird moments within it. The boyfriend of a friend of yours gets this treatment often. People talk about her like she's not a person. She's just the girl from the streamer. Yeah, it's very weird. There's a level of celebrity connection which is a bit strange. If you ever bump into me in the street, you'll be like, all right, youth, and walk on like you do with most people. Yeah, if I ever bump into you physically, I'll go, sorry, mate. And then we will continue our day. But there is also a level of, you can't complain because you have success. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to say anything is wrong or bad or negative because you have stuff that other people don't have. Now, I've, of course, been guilty of this as well. I've said I don't think billionaires should complain too much about the fact that their yacht isn't as fast as their other yacht. But I think there's a little bit of a difference between people who are able to afford literally everything they want in life and people who have weird parasocial fans that constantly try and get their attention. Like, there is a difference. Can I say, hello, I'm a fan, okay, bye? Perfect. I'll just drop the money in the hat and then walk off. It's the best way to do it. Right, let's go and fly back to Ironforge. You can complain about anything you want, and people can choose not to care about it. Yeah, that's fine as well. That's totally fine. I mean, yeah, humans can create problems, you can complain. It's cathartic to want to complain. Absolutely. It's cathartic to want to complain. It's cathartic to want to say, no, that's wrong, you shouldn't be doing that either. Puppet of Hercular. You good? Oh, goddamn. What the hell is this? He is way higher than me. Why am I being attacked by this guy? What is this? Thank you, guard. Thank you, other guard. Yeah, can we get some more guards coming in here, please?
Out of range.
God damn it. All the guards combined could not stop Hercular. And then I was sent to the same graveyard that he was. They're the fans, right there. Now we go this way. Well, Marshall, I'm sure you have a quest for me at some point, but right now I must fly back. I must fly back to Ironforge. Why? Okay, good. Leave me alone. Right, where's the flight path? Return me to Ironforge, and I'm bringing this granite to the dwarf that's going to make the cool statue. Let's go. Ironforge.
Farewell.
But I'm not going to complain about most things. But I will say that the weird things are sometimes... The original question was, is it harder to make friends? It is easier to meet people. It is harder to trust people. That's the best way of saying it. That's probably the best way of saying it. You open yourself up to public scrutiny, and most of the public don't understand that you do actually read and engage with that scrutiny. How much joshing is too much for a day? I'd say 8 hours. If your joshing lasts more than 8 hours, go and see a doctor, and they will high-five you. So easier to meet people, harder to trust people. Trusting is always hard. People have got their own agenda, and because people already have a preconceived notion of you, and a lot of people, especially in the industry, are just ladder climbing, there is also that notion that you aren't sure what motives someone is approaching you with. The older you get, the clearer the line between acquaintance and friend gets. I mean, yeah, people say, are you friends with this person? And there'll be someone I've met like once. I'm like, I don't know. We were civil. We got on, we had a chat, but I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, that's my friend. Like, I know them. Like, I've been very privileged to meet lots of people that work in the voice acting and gaming industry. They're like, oh my god, are you friends with this person? I don't know. I met them, we were civil, we acted like normal, socially available human beings, and then moved on. And I think that's the safe way of doing it. Anyone who isn't actively trying to end your life is your friend. You have a very low bar. Yeah, would I yap to this person if I had a good or bad thing happen? That's a good way of putting it. Am I friends with the voices in my head? Yeah, you know what, actually, me and that demon get on really well. Turns out my sleep paralysis demon, actually a really chill dude. Since then, much better friends. But you know what, Mega, that's a really good point. It's this idea of instant communication. Do you guys think that if you found something that was 90% correct to whatever connection you were looking for, but you knew that it would take years to find another connection, you'd probably go with the 90% good connection. But now there's a way of immediately having hundreds of connections very, very quickly, which means 90% is no longer good enough. It's no longer about fixing the last bit that's there. It's about finding the thing that's perfect straight away. So I think we've been put into this position where humans have such ease of access to other people. It becomes very easy to end something over something very small. And I think a lot of people have lost the ability to have a level of a connection and compromise and understanding for something different. It's the dating app problem. People have said, oh, I really get on with this person, but I do not like their shoes. I'm like, what are you on about? What the hell are you doing? Oh, I really like this person, but they like this song that I don't like. And? You're ending something over that? God damn. You really are looking for the 100% perfect thing, aren't you? Perfection doesn't exist. People keep re-rolling for 100%. It's why when people say to me, oh, I can't find the perfect MMORPG to play, I'm like, stop looking and just choose one and play it. Just talk to the people in it. Get your friends to try something with you. That's what's going to work. All right, you.
to meet you.
I've got your special granite.
Perfect. Better than I could have imagined. And I have quite an imagination, you know. I'll get to work right away.
Right. Build me something. I'm going to watch this guy make his special statue. Let's watch.
There you have it.
The king should be quite pleased if I do say so myself. That's not him at all. The king's guard should be along shortly to pick up the memorial. In the meantime,
Join me upstairs.
I'm going to be honest, I kind of thought you'd make like an image of the dude. But, okay. Maybe that's what he looked like. Maybe his widow had weird taste.
Ah, such fine stone comes from Lordaeron. Such a shame the land's in shambles.
But the memorial came out quite well. I think the king will be most pleased with it. Now, I kind of thought you'd make like an image of the dude. But, okay. Maybe that's what he looked like. Maybe his widow had weird taste.
Ah, such fine stone comes from Lordaeron. Such a shame the land's in shambles.
But the memorial came out quite well. I think the king will be most pleased with it. Now, if you will, please send word to His Majesty the memorial is complete as requested. And we will get a 5 stamina 4 spirit ring. Very cool.
See you soon.
The Ironforge memorial ring. Hello there, Game Wiz. Alright. Let us go and chat to the king. King, if I'm correct, Magni Bronzebeard? You like learning WoW lore, having never played yourself. Yes. What happened to the one ring that's in my inventory down here? I will throw it into Molten Core when I get there. Let me head inside. You missed me being given the one ring. Yeah, you did. I can't believe you aren't here 24/7. King Magni.
The granite seems but a small token compared to the dwarf's life, but no dwarf shall last on this planet for eternity. Let's just hope the memorial stands as a reminder to those who trod the great Azeroth of the future. Lest we not forget, it is for them that brave soldiers such as Sully Baloo so valiantly give their lives.
Alright. Do I... Can you go and speak to his wife again? Can you go speak to the guy's widow and be like, hey, guess what? I know that your husband's dead, but guess who's a statue? I'm going to see what happens. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you're over here, weren't you? Hey. Hey.
Champion, the wounds of Azeroth. Heal the wounds.
There you are. Hey, hey, hey. Right. Good news and bad news. Bad news. Husband, still dead. Good news. He's gonna be a statue. Yeah, you look shocked. Okay, bye. Well, I'm glad we took time out of our day to go and do that. I had a great little time doing that. And it does seem like Gnome Oregano has the perfect kind of levels for me now. But instead, I'm going to return to the Arathi Highlands and continue doing some leveling. That's going to be my plan. Right, you. Return me to... So Menethil Harbour we've done. We're going to the refuge point in the Arathi Highlands. That is the next place we're going to be. What do I think about this flight path from Stormwind to Ironforge? One of your favourite parts of Vanilla WoW. It's a ride you take dozens of times. It teases you with these zones. It does. I love the fact that you can see so many high-level things and so many cool places that you just can't go to originally. I love that. It's like a little teaser, isn't it? I described it yesterday as it's like looking at the back of a video game case and seeing a level that you haven't yet got to. It's about reading the manual of a video game and learning about an item or a power-up that you've not yet got. And that makes you feel like you're excited for something, like you're ready for something. It's like watching a trailer for a game and you see that the character's fighting a boss you haven't discovered yet. Love it. You like my show? Thank you very much. The fridge salted caramel frappe flavour is good. Salted caramel is the best flavour of anything. That's just correct. Something about the way you talk makes it therapeutic to listen to you yap while I play MMOs, and it seems like I'm not alone in this feeling. Nope, 2,000 people decided the same thing. They were like, Josh, I like your funny words. I'm going to keep saying them to you. Right, we're going to the... Oh, damn, you know what? That might be a tad too high level for me. What's Hillsbrad like? Hillsbrad is the correct level for me. So we will hand in the quest at the Arathi Highlands, and then we will travel to Hillsbrad. Or Hillsbard. Is it Hillsbrad or Hillsbard? So the Arathi Highlands is... That's a bit high level. That's 31 to 39. But Hillsbrad... That seems to be 30 to 34. All right, cool. Hillsbrad. That's the question. Braddy Hills. What's my comfort food? Mac and cheese. Same as everyone's comfort food is. Maybe with some fried bread. Oh, I could make myself a bacon sandwich right now. I could do it. Only thing stopping me is my own focus and self-determination. Right, guys, 5-minute break. Here's the DVD logo. Guys, take 5. Here's a timer on the screen to make sure that you know that it's going to be 5 minutes. And if you aren't subscribed, get advertised at. I'll see you guys in 5. Don't go anywhere. Or do. I'm not your dad. I'm back. Don't worry. I'm here. I'm okay. I'm all good. No one panic. Panic a little. Like, hang on. Oh, DVD logo? No, it didn't work. I panic a little. Like, I'd expect a little bit of stuff. Oh, good. Yes, we have more dancing warriors. You know what? For that, I'm going to do this. This is a cheese string. I was going to eat this properly, but now you're all going to watch this. PVT, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Remarkably kind of you. You've gifted 5 ad blockers. Plastic cheese. The cheese eating is now part of the loop. Deal with it. Right. I don't want to go here, though, do I? I want to go south to Dunmoreau. Right, south. Easiest way south from here? Probably south. I'm so good at this. The easiest way to go south from anywhere is to start walking south. Hang on. That was wrong. That was wrong. Thank you. I'm glad you PM'd me that was wrong, the way that I eat a cheese string. I'm going to eat it wronger on purpose. What are you going to do? How are you going to stop me? You're not. I'm actually really enjoying being away from the starting zones, because I get to experience the rest of the zones. I really hate being away from the starting zones, because absolute bullshit like this happens. This does not happen in the starting zone. Where have my weapons gone? That was some bullshit right there. I'm gonna have a snack. That was the cheese string police. Yeah, I don't want to fight you anyway, idiot. Josh, I love the way you put that cheese in your mouth. Please keep doing it. Jesus, I appreciate everything you tried to do for humanity, but that's too far. I will continue to eat this cheese string like I am some kind of lizard. Josh, I called the cheese police. Stay where you are. I once threw a wheel of cheese at a man. No, I told the joke wrong. Fuck. A man once threw a wheel of cheese at me, and I thought, how dare he? This is the content you came for. I'm glad. Eating raw cheese again. It's not raw cheese. Raw cheese is just milk. We've had this conversation before. Hey, you know what? If I'm going south, I can probably attempt the jump again, can't I? Have any of my characters got past level 40? No, the rogue is the highest. However, the warrior will surpass them. At some point, guys, it is your fault for still being here. No, Josh, it's raw cheese. It has to be cooked first. You don't need to cook cheese. Alright? It just is. Cooked cheese is just melted cheese. What's my favourite fast food chain? They're all so good. They're all just so good. Oh, there was a lovely comment on the latest video that I put up, the short about the World of Warcraft advertising thing. And that was, what was the latest one that it said? Let's just find that comment, because that was a fun comment. We all enjoyed that. Complains about how bad the MMO industry is, then partners with one of the biggest players in the downfall of the MMO industry. Sellout. It's my fault for being online still. I'm sorry, do you want me to partner with the people who weren't responsible for the downfall of the MMO industry, all the MMOs that shut down? Would you feel happier if I was partnering with WildStar or Rift? Right, let's go and hand in this thing over here. The remaining bridge is saved. You've done a great service to King Magni and the people of Casmodan. Now, if we can hold out long enough for reinforcements to show. Do you want a cape or me trousers? I'll take trousers. I ask of you one more small favour. We await the reserves of Ironforge. However, Rogo has knowledge of an Alliance camp to the north in the Arathi Highlands at Refuge Point. Travel there, seek out Captain Niles. Ask the good captain if the Alliance can spare some soldiers to help us reclaim Dun Moda and Thandal Span. Hey, I like how the quests actually lead you through the world. That's a real nice touch. Time to run back. I agree with them now I've seen you eat the cheese stick like that. That's fair. Maybe I should just start accepting all the gambling sponsorships. People are going to hate me anyway. So, at some point, it might be nicer to be hated while sitting in a Ferrari. Can you read it sideways? Already did. I'm kidding. I wouldn't buy a Ferrari. I'd buy a lot of Warhammer. And just like that, the cheese string was gone. And so were all of my drinks. Can we get a gamba on whether or not you'll do a gamba stream? If people pay enough, of course I will. I'd be silly not to. Why would I prioritize the approval of people online that I'm never going to meet over securing a future for my family? Anyone that does that is silly. Of course, if your income relies on the approval of people online that you'll never meet, yeah, keep doing that. But if someone turns around and says, hey man, we'll give you 10 million quid or 10 million pounds if you do a gambling stream, but just so you're aware, people that you won't meet online will start to think less of you, I'll be like, okay, cool. That's me and my dog sorted forever. That's my mum's debt paid off. That's my dad helped out a little bit. I mean, my gran doesn't need anything, but she'd be proud, I'm sure. You think a Ferrari would suit me well? I'm not really a car guy. I don't really care, to be honest. I know that a lot of people have this big thing about cars, but I've just never really been into them. If you're into cars, cool, go for it. But I don't really... It's never really bothered me. What is the difference between quid and pounds? Nothing. They're the same thing. It's like saying a dollar and a buck. People just dislike WoW because it homogenized the genre. People dislike WoW because it suffered from success. It was so incredibly successful that its constant suffering... Hello, Dimey. Its constant success, sorry... has caused the genre to attempt to copy and attempt to codify and attempt to kind of homogenize within to its design. That's why people don't like it. They think that it has ruined the genre by being so successful that everything now has to either copy it or try to kill it. Which, in trying to do so, means that we end up with a relatively stagnant genre. But I do also think people often forget how small the MMO genre is. When we get to level 40, we'll get a mount. Don't you worry about that. Right, Refuge Point. This is my new questing zone for a bit. And I'm doing all this to be able to get the Whirlwind Axe, remember. This is all about the Whirlwind Axe. Oh, 30. So I could go and get a mount now. You, Captain Niles.
Hello.
We at Refuge Point hold one of the few remaining patches of Stormguard territory in the Arathi Highlands. And we're losing ground.
Have a good one.
My condolences go out to Longbraid and his brave soldiers. The news of Thandal's Span tragedy and the fall of Dun Mordor hangs heavy in my heart. But Stormguard has fallen. Hence our presence here at Refuge Point. We're faced with retaking our own great city. Honor and duty require that we do not leave the Highlands until Stormguard raises the mighty banner of the king once again. I will send word to Longbraid that he is on his own.
Farewell.
We are fighting a war for Stormguard. We are losing. The ogres, the syndicate, and we have divided our once great city. And for each faction battles the other into a bloody stalemate. But our forces dwindle while our enemy grows. We need help from the town of Southshore, but our supplies are difficult to receive while the Syndicate holds territory between us. Go to the Syndicate base in Northfold Manor and slay them.
Be careful.
Alright, so the Syndicate, the Ogres, and these guys have made a kind of triple connection of stuff. Hillsbrad was where the actual good quests for me are. The Syndicate quest that I have just accepted is actually potentially of my level. Like, I could do that. Go and kill the Syndicate stuff. I'll give it a go. I'll see what happens. The Syndicate Highwayman. Let's go slay some stuff, shall we? The people not liking WoW because it was successful popular is equivalent to edgy teens not liking things that are popular. I think anyone that is willing to comment on a YouTube video saying shill or you sold out is someone who is incapable of seeing something that they disagree with and just moving on from it. Like, I was watching TV when I was in a hotel a few days ago, and Ross Kemp, I don't know if you guys know the actor Ross Kemp? The strong man, the tough guy, Ross Kemp. He was advertising washing powder. And then, I don't know if you guys know the old footballer Peter Crouch. You guys familiar with the work of Peter Crouch? He's now advertising... What was it? He was advertising Yeah, washing powder. Again. Ross Kemp and Peter Crouch both advertise washing powder. Very few people are messaging him being like, you sold out. Detergent. That's what he's advertising. Yes, he did play as a striker for a football team. Have I seen the Christopher Eccleston anti-gambling ad? I haven't, although Christopher Eccleston very much does stick to his principles. Of all the actors, he is one of the guys that is, from what I'm seeing, very principled. Don't get me wrong, the love and admiration of people I will never meet is lovely, but money in the bank account for continuing to do the work that I do actually helps pay the bills. Who is the most respected British actor? Probably Judi Dench. I would say no one's really got a bad thing to say about Judi Dench. Hello, troll. You, my friend, are going down. But also, I don't know Judi personally, so I know what she's like. You probably have enough gold for a amount if you mailed some from your alts. Yeah, but this guy hasn't earned that, so he needs to earn that gold first. A Boulder Fist Ogre. Let's kill you. I am muting the microphone every time I take a bite of this protein bar, because I know some people don't like the noise of people eating, but it does mean that there are extended periods of silence where I'm just sat here eating a protein bar. And you know what? You're just going to have to kind of deal with that. Now, I'm sure some people would have preferred the eating sounds, but I'm not that kind of guy. Not now. Maybe later, who knows? But right now, no. I will hydrate later, worry not. I'll grab myself a bottle of water from somewhere. Hey, I was just watching your recent upload and thought, I wonder if that guy is streaming right now. I am indeed. I am indeed. I am very consistent with my streaming schedule. You say addicted, I say consistent. And people are saying, what are my 5 favourite in-game models? I think it would be the succubus 5 times. I feel that would be a good night. Right, let's go and try and kill the male. No, that's the incubus. But yeah, sure. Throw one in, why not? Let's go and try and kill some highwaymen from over here. So from what I can tell, the Arathi Highlands is besieged by 3 factions. the humans from Stormguard, the ogres, and the Syndicate. And I'm guessing the Syndicate are kind of like the Defias Brotherhood. There's one of them. What about the Draenei Mummy? Yeah, throw a few in. Why not? You know what? Everyone get involved.
I need to get closer.
Cannot believe these guys start to run away the moment I start to win the fight. Cowards. Cowards, one and all. Good lord. And some trolls. Okay, ogres and trolls. Ogres, trolls, humans, and the Syndicate. I think my special damage has also fallen off my weapon now. So what I should be able to do is put my oil back on my axe. Let me oil up my axe so it starts to glow blue. There we go. Good old oily axe. God damn, those thighs are on display, my friend. That is a very full-on displayed thigh. Stormguard is held by ogres, syndicates, are all the humans together. Stay still. There we go. If Henry Cavill went around sounding like a Terry Pratchett novel, the resulting person would be you. Thank you. I'll take that. That's a good compliment. I'll have that. Mark of the Syndicate. What is that? That's probably going to be a rare collectible thing that I need at some point. Henry Pratchett. Yeah, that's the best way of combining all these things together. It's a grey money item. Oh, gotcha, you can just sell it. A few more of these stealthy guys to go. I do not like being backstabbed by them, though. That does not make me happy. Up with that I will not put. Stay still. There we go. Now sit down, have a little chomp on some ribs. The Arathi Highlands is lovely. It's a shame there's so much war. I was told there would only be a little bit of war. This is too much war. I also need mercenaries and... Right, mercenaries and highwaymen. You're a mercenary. I see we traded the pants, showing off some skin, for some doing God's work on highlighting the dummy thick glutes. Yep, that's where the warrior keeps his rage. Just has to keep them tense the entire time. We are, slowly but surely, killing as many of these as we can. Leaning into... It's actually quite a small area these guys do seem to be covering. It's just padding. These green trousers actually just spray painted on. Fully spray painted on. There you are. Oh, no, I thought I saw a ghost. I was wrong. Oh, no, I was right. There we go. Just a classic murder hobo quest. You know, just like a good fun time murder hobo quest. 53 and 29. So nearly 80 DPS provided nothing misses, which is great, to be honest. We keep going with that. Really good time. You wish you could unsee the buttocks on the trousers. No, you don't. You don't really wish that. All this in pursuit of a single axe. All this for the hope of the Whirlwind Axe. And we need to kill more Pathstalkers and more mercenaries. Where are the mercenaries is the question. Why are you guys hanging around this destroyed abandoned farmstead? There's nothing here for you. You made a video about MIO, and you were really proud of it. What video have I made that I was proudest of? I like the Diablo Immoral video, where I'm talking about the immoral monetization methods of Diablo and of Blizzard. And I think I like that because it's a way of teaching people the way that they can be exploited. And forewarned is forearmed. So if you know what companies are trying to do to you, you can be warned and protected against it. I really enjoyed making the silly, funny video for Path of Exile 2, the Druid video. That was one of my favorites, because they let me be silly with it, and I really appreciated that. I like to think that whenever I do make any kind of work, there is a level of pride that goes into it, and in some ways accomplishment. These guys are killing everything in a big circle, and it is making it difficult for me to kill the things I need to kill. I'm wondering if Hillsbrad is going to be the better place for me to go to. Simply because quests over here seem to be taking a long time.
It's too far away.
Yeah. I'm fighting a group of 4 or 5 people who are taking all the enemies right now. It's proving a challenge to be able to get the enemies. I just want to find the place that I should be, in theory. I think Hillsbrad might be a good place. The early game, at least, there was very little competition. Well, less competition, should I say. Every zone from now on will have loads of people doing the same quests. Oh, this is why I want to level through dungeons, but I'm also aware that dungeons are boring to watch after a while. I would love to be able to just level through doing dungeons. And I'm sure that you can, but it would be boring for you guys to watch 8 hours of Scarlet Monastery. As the game goes on, people get funneled to the same zones. Yes. It's about finding a balance. There will be some dungeons, and there will be some serious stuff. There'll be some zones. There'll be some other places. A group did indeed come in to kill the enemies, and I think they've gone now. Maybe I can kill you. All WoW is boring to watch. We watch for you. In it, says Freerun probably. Well, thank you very much. It's been a long time since I've heard someone say in it non-ironically, and that has been a beautiful blast from the past. Some dungeon, some serious, some fun. It's all about finding that balance, isn't it? Give me your special silver stuff. You also die. Right, lots of players follow the same guides. There are some places that are overcrowded. Oh, if everyone's using, what is it, Rested XP? Yeah, if everyone uses the Rested XP guide, everyone's going to be funneled to the same place, aren't they? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. But people seem to be been gone now, which is lovely. So, I don't need to kill the Pathstalkers, though. I do need to kill the mercenaries. Right. Do the mercenaries and the Pathstalkers share a respawn location? Right, that's why Stranglethorn Vale's bad, because Rested XP says to go there. Let me just try and hamstring these guys. I'm assuming Pathstalkers and mercenaries can both respawn. You are the most well-adjusted drama student I've ever known. What's your secret? I'm not well-adjusted at all. I've spent 8 hours playing World of Warcraft today. That is hardly well-adjusted. I think the... You've also then got the confirmation bias of the kind of people that are going to want to be drama students are not necessarily the most balanced of people. Well, the dogs are barking at something, so give me a minute. We're totally fine, don't worry about it. We're all good. Dogs are barking at a delivery. They're leaving it around the side. I didn't die, don't worry. I did not die. See, you all thought that I would. Oh. Okay, that... Shut up. I would like... Everyone, stop. Stop talking, sit down, cross your legs, fingers on lips. We will be scrubbing the last 5 minutes from the record, and everyone will pretend that nothing bad happened. Let's practice this. The answer is nothing bad. Game Wiz, thank you for resurrecting me. I did not realize you were following me around. What happened? You saw nothing? You saw nothing, then nothing bad. Thank you. There we go. Nothing. Nothing bad happened. Daimi, I appreciate you coming over to clap and then run away. I know you're running because you're scared. Right, where's the... I need to kill a few more... What is it? Mercenaries. You're a mercenary. Can I get to you before the... Yes, I can get to you before the thing does. No, I can't. God damn it. That's fine. I'll help you out. And then maybe we can even team up. I can't team up because you're a Tauren. Oh, I'm starting to hate the Horde. The dislikes creeping in. I'm starting to feel that maybe the Horde are making things difficult. For me, for you, honestly, at this point, for everyone. Alright, let's just keep using cleave. And through cleaving, we should be able... Oh, let's just put that on. Alright, cool. Panic mode. Now let's cleave repeatedly. Now we attack you. So my panic button just there is the retaliation, where I'm pretty much guaranteed to hit against an enemy. Right, we took down 2 of them. That was good enough for me. We, however, do still need to kill... How many? We still need to kill 2 more highwaymen and 2 more mercenaries. 2 highwaymen, 2 mercenaries. Josh, has your warrior got a Saradomin Godsword yet? Don't use it. The healing's not as good. I tend to use the Zamorak Godsword for the freezing ability. Much better. I charged in, and I did what I needed to do. Pathstalkers I don't need, I just need Highwaymen, but you guys are at least experienced, so I suppose we can do that. Oh, that's kind of you. A Trend, the Druid, that's the Tauren Druid helping me out. I always loved the Horde. I thought they were always really helpful. Don't need Pathstalkers. Do need mercenaries. You. Come hither. There we go. The Sarah Goldsword was a really cool weapon, though. That is true. That's another mercenary. Okay, you know, if I can get you, I'll be happy. Perfect. Was exactly what I wanted to happen. Tell you what, though, you do a serious amount of damage. God damn. Okay, so the mercenaries do a huge amount of damage to you relatively quickly. Thankfully, because they have Yeah, there we go. Sit down, son. Let me eat some ribs. And now syndicated highwaymen, who I think are the stealthy ones. Yeah, the highwaymen were the stealthy ones on the outside, weren't they? They were the ones that were in stealth that then end up attacking you. They're like these guys. That's them. Saradomin and Zamorak, or are you a fence sitter that likes Gothics? Honestly, my boy Armadil. No, I'm going to be real. My boy Icthlarin. Because if any of you did the voiced quest, Icthlarin, he doesn't get the respect he deserves. Icthlarin was the cool, fun one. Well, this is a problem. Let me just try and cleave these guys repeatedly. Icthlarin is the bestest boy, we all know that. I've not done the new desert quest, so I'm not really caught up with those either, so I'm not sure where that's going to. Come here, you. There's one over there, too. He might be a problem if he ends up getting too close to us. Right, that is the quest that you needed done. Done. So I should be able to hand this back into the old... Yeah, there we go. Then I'm going to go to Hillsbrad. There are no quests for me here that are not slightly too difficult. We do this, then we do Hillsbrad. Hey Josh, I've come to ask again if you sent your John Ironicus deck list. I have not. I have not, and it could be a while until I do it because it's not on the to-do list currently. So, sorry for not being able to give you better news, but I also don't want to lie to you and say, oh yeah, I'll do it soon. I cannot promise it will happen anytime soon at all. Ooh, a good health potion. So we're going to go for the full-on Hillsbrad after killing this Highland Thrasher. And hopefully the Plains Creeper does not get involved, because that is a big spider. What else is on the calendar? Trying to move house. Again. Which was not an ideal. But unfortunately, a reality. Right, let's try and go this way and not grab the aggro of anything specifically. Well, that's a problem. Alright, that's going to be a big issue. Well, that's fine. Death. Death is but the next stage of life. At this point, let's just release. Right, don't worry, we can deal with 10 minutes of sickness. And there are the grippers. The legs are on full display for anyone who really wants to see that. I will be attempting to move down south toward London. I'm hoping that dinosaur to the next to me hasn't seen me. It hasn't! What a fool. We are currently pantsless. That's just the way we're doing things right now. That's just the kind of life that I'm living. Why am I going commando? Because the pants haven't been built yet that can contain it. But I can go and tell this captain here that we have killed a lot of the Syndicate people. Yo!
Well met. See you around.
The Syndicate in Stormguard do battle with our contingent of militia there. In order to urge the rabble to fight our more disciplined troops, the Syndicate leaders have placed a bounty on our soldiers, awarding gold for each Stormguard badge gathered or killed. We want those badges retrieved. We cannot allow the cutthroats to take trophies from our brave fallen. Enter the Syndicate-controlled area of Stormguard and hunt them for our badges. And you'll give me some legs, which are not as good as the legs I've currently got.
Have a good one.
But I will accept your quest if you can fix my trousers. You, Pink Dwarf, fix my pants. Thank you. Ooh, hang on. A two-handed warhammer. That's a cool looking weapon right there. A one-handed truncheon. It's a one-handed or two-handed? Okay, it's a one-handed weapon. I could just dual wield that. Maybe I'll end up buying something from a shop. You never know. Please don't spend 2 gold on a white vendor hammer. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm going to spend 2 gold on. I might do that. I might not do that. You don't get to tell me that I can or can't. Right, we're going to South Shore next. Where is the Griffin? You, Griffin! Take me to South Shore.
You need something?
Fly me to South Shore, please. And I believe that the quests will be around level 30 to 33. And we will be able to do all of those things. We will slowly gain levels, and the Whirlwind Axe, slowly but surely, creeps closer. At least we aren't naked anymore, that's true. I still think that World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3 are definitely connected in some way. Like, they've got similar names of places and characters and graphics and art styles and creators and stories. But I can't prove it. But I think they are. But that's just a theory. A game theory. WoW is set 4 years after Warcraft 3. The Burning Crusade is 2 years after that. I don't think so. No, I don't think Warcraft and World of Warcraft actually exist in the same universe. I think it's just a coincidence. This might be 1,000 years. If it is, it's going to be like one of those 1,000 years before kind of things. Like this happened and then it became sci-fi for a while. I think the timeline goes, World of Warcraft was the first thing to happen. Then several 100,000 years goes past and Warhammer 40,000 happens. Then that evolves into StarCraft. Then I think we get Warcraft 3. Right. These are the quests that I believe are now around my level, which are great. And these will be the very first things we do tomorrow. For I need to go and have a nap. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been absolutely lovely. I will continue to level up. We've hit level 30, 32 and a bit, which is kind of where I wanted to be. But for now, go and enjoy the rest of your... What day is it today? Wednesday. Go and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I will see most of you tomorrow on the Thursday. Also, watch the Josh Drive Says channel for the clips and the Hayes channel for the World of Warcraft Pinterest sponsorship that is hopefully going to continue. Guys, have a good night. Take care. Good night. And God bless. I'm an hour late. I know. But it happens sometimes. The traffic. I was caught up in traffic. And then, you know, all there was... And I couldn't find my work shirt. And then there was all this. It just, you know how it is sometimes. You just get... Why is Dwarvish German in the game? Anyway, I'm here now, so everyone calm down. Everyone stop worrying. Don't panic. Did I forget to... oh, God, I forgot my packed lunch. I'm going to have to go to Subway, and they're never going to have the Italian herbs and cheese that I like. It's just... Like, you know what? What's happened? Oh, what's happened, lads? Let me just turn those things off and get ready. I've got to... Let me do some social media. Hang on. I need to do the socially medias live for the next 7 hours. And then Twitch. Hang on.